And our first guest is Michael D. Evans with the Fresno County Democratic Party.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. It's good to have you.
Glad to be here.
All right. So tell me about who you are and how you got involved with the County Democratic Party.
Well, I'm chair of the Fresno County Democratic Party. Been doing that 6 years now, and been in Fresno 8 years. Been doing Democratic politics, sad to say, in terms of my age, since the days of McGovern in the 1972 campaign. So I've, somewhat skilled at this, and really enjoy doing it, and like working for the people in the Democratic Party.
Okay. And what is it that prompted you or inspired you to get involved in politics?
Initially it was just change.
Uh-huh.
As I said, I initially worked in the McGovern campaign.
Right.
Obviously, we were opposed to Nixon at the time.
Right.
And the enemies have changed over the years, but the issues and principles have remained the same.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say influenced your political philosophy of the Democratic Party and what they stand for and their platforms?
I think it basically comes down to people wanting to help people and help create a better life and a better community for everyone.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
very good. All right, so where do you guys meet and what do you talk
Well,
about?
we have a county committee. County committees in the state use the strange term central committees. All the parties use that term. But we meet once a month at our party headquarters.
Okay.
And of course, we have standing committees that are doing the work of the party, and they meet regularly throughout the year. And of course, a lot of activity since the last election. We lost, so we have to reevaluate and determine how best we're going to move forward. And so we've been focused on that the last couple of months.
What do you suspect 2020 will look like?
Well, I think it could be some radical changes relative to what we've seen in this cycle. I think you're going to see a lot more involvement, a lot more community engagement, a lot more interest from the diverse groups that are being affected by the negative policies of the Trump administration. At the same time, I think we're going to be seeing increased levels of voter suppression, and the supporters of Trump are going to be even more empowered 4 years from now than they are now.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of a battle, I think it's probably going to be more aggressive than it was last year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure that causes a lot of people to get angry inside when you lose, and it feels like your whole culture is going to be impacted. Your communities are going to be overthrown. Is there giving this guy any chance? Like, hey, we think maybe he could do some good. Not everyone is ultimately evil, but
Right.
you know what I
right.
mean? Is there giving him just
Well, very little. I'm a person who can usually find a silver lining in pretty much any situation.
Uh-huh.
I'm still searching for one here.
Okay.
Now, having said that, he has done one good thing this week from our perspective, and that was he dropped the negotiations on the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Okay.
So that is in agreement with the progressive wing of the Democratic Party.
I see. And what does that affect for the viewers that don't know what that is?
So that agreement was essentially with a number of countries on the Pacific Rim, which would have created enhanced trading partnerships and easier access for corporations, both in terms of reaching into those countries for trade, but also in terms of protecting their interests. And that was the part we really had issue with, was that the corporations were essentially going to be allowed to police themselves in an entity that would have been larger than one country itself.
Okay. Well, thank you for that glimmer of optimism. I appreciate you even speculating on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's great. So how can people get involved and get a hold of you?
Well, we're always looking for people to get involved. We're a volunteer organization, and we're driven by what the people want to do and are willing to do. So we have a headquarters. We're downtown, right across from the Office Depot.
Okay.
You can reach us at 559-495-0606, That's our direct line. And our website is www.fresnodemocrats.org.
Very good. Well, thank you again, Michael Evans, for coming on the show. And anything else you'd like to add?
Just, we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay engaged. We don't know what's going to come down from the Trump administration. We fear the worst, but we're going to be prepared to counter it.
Real quick before we go, do you think that pressure, that added all-seeing eye of the Democratic Party, they're going to be watching him like a hawk?
Oh, absolutely.
You do feel that's good and healthy for the nation?
Oh, yeah. I think the
Okay.
two-party system is a healthy arrangement, and we need the checks and balances.
Very good. Well, thanks again, Michael.
Okay.
Appreciate
All
you
right.
coming.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.